Good morning, St. Paul. Just kidding. Good morning, Minneapolis. Thank you so much for tuning in. How are you doing? How are you doing, Minneapolis? Oh, us? On-site public media, we're doing great. We have just over 40 members, and we're looking for about 960 more. We're trying to get to 1,000. Tall task, but hey, we're going to get there. We're just a fledgling public media company, and thank you so much for tuning in to Good Morning, Minneapolis. My name is Toussaint Morrison, and I'll be your host. Today, in obvious news, the real winner of the Super Bowl was, yep, you guessed it, capitalism. Gets them every time. All right, back to the regular headlines. It's coming straight out of Chanhassen, Minnesota. My pillow is now my conspiracy. Or what some would call, my, what an utter waste of time. Yes, Mike Lindell, the owner of My Pillow and striking resemblance to Metro City Mayor Hagar, has bought up 12 hours of TV time at OAN. For those of y'all that don't know, that's One America News, known for the hits in white-splaining, Trump's alternative source for news, and keeping it airtight on the alt-right. Yes, Mike Lindell whined for a presumable world record, 3 hours straight, and then had it looped 4 times. That's 12 hours of conspiracy theory, of disjointed ramblings that even the guests didn't know what they were talking about.
Like right now they're doing whack-a-mole because they knew they were so close that we would never know in history what happened. But guess what? Now we do know, and you're all gonna know. And when you watch this,
yes, that went on for 12 hours. And OAN kind of dismissed the millionaire man-child's rantings. Well, it's great that we have OAN on the line here. OAN, can you tell me, what exactly was the 3-hour program that you aired last Friday with Mike Lindell?
Michael James Lindell has purchased the airtime for the broadcast of this program on One America News Network.
Okay, and did One America News produce this program?
Mr. Lindell is the sole author and executive producer of this program and is solely and exclusively responsible for its content.
Oh, you don't say. And what's the topic of the broadcast?
The topic of this broadcast is the 2020 election. OAN has undertaken its own reporting on this topic. This program is not the product of OAN's reporting.
Now, hey, OAN, as a news network, you're ensuring that only factual content reaches your audience, right?
Further, the statements and claims expressed in this program are presented at this time as opinions only and are not intended to be taken or interpreted by the viewer as established facts.
Hey, OAN, I know we haven't known each other that long, but I'm curious. I'm sure everybody else is curious. What's your ethnicity? Where are you from? You know, I'll just come right out. OAN, are you white? Okay. Oh. OAN, are you some kind of robot? Okay. The Super Bowl's over, and hey, maybe one of your teams lost. Or like ours, they never made it there because we spent $84 million on a quarterback that blows it in the fourth quarter every time. Sorry, I can do that better. I got it.
Is that water?
Something like that. Well, if your team lost the Super Bowl, or like ours just wasn't invited, you might be thinking that you're having a bad day. But hey, at least the NAACP hasn't invited you to sit down and talk about that racial slur that you said on camera, like Morgan Wallen.
Y'all too? Hey, take care of this pussy ass motherfucker. Oh, fuck. Hey, Gracie, take care of this pussy ass nigga.
Whew. You know, when white people say the N-word, real comfortable, there's a real problem with that. Morgan Wallen says the N-word like it's not the first time, nor the 100th time he's used it. Morgan Wallen says the N-word as if it's ancestral, you know, as if it were a gift passed down to him from his father before him, passed down to him from his father before him, passed down to him from his father before him. Morgan Wallen says the N-word so swiftly, it's almost as if he's greeting an old friend that he owns. With Morgan Wallen's level of comfort in saying the N-word, he'll more than likely be getting a call from Quentin Tarantino to star in the next film playing that white guy that says the N-word. You see, there are levels to white people using the N-word. The top tier is when a white person doesn't use the N-word at all. We go down a rung, and there's the white person that uses the phrase, the N-word. Then there's the white person that will say the N-word, but only in the safety of their own car while listening to Drake. Then there's the white person that will look over both shoulders before using the N-word to make sure that those people aren't around. And then there's Morgan Wallen.
Hey, Gracie, take care of this pussy ass.
And Morgan Wallen's gonna be facing some repercussions. He's already suffered at least one. He got dropped from his record label. BMI has still kept him on, but they nixed him from the Twitter banner. Damn, dude. Check this out. I wonder if we can do the same thing with the MPD. Just take all the racists out of it. Here we go. Wow. Thanks, BMI. And hey, look, we're pretty sure Morgan's going to be okay. It's not like he's going to get excommunicated from his job like Colin Kaepernick. Morgan's white. Look, he's going to sit down with the NAACP and he'll be playing the BET Music Awards in no time. Well, today is Monday, February 8th, and you know what that means? Kids are going back to school buildings. Yes, public school boards in St. Paul and in Minneapolis have decided to send kids back to school buildings under a global pandemic. And with all the commissioners and staff and people that we could talk to about this information, you know, I just really want to speak to, I want to talk to a black man. Excuse me, black man.
Yes, sir. How you doing?
Sorry to bug you, but I just want to know, are you going to send your son back to school?
No, not yet. I'll probably wait. I'm going to wait and see.
Well, why not?
Well, I mean, I feel like we just came off of the worst month for COVID in January there, with the amount of deaths or new cases or something. I feel like it was the worst month. So it doesn't make sense to send them back right now. In my opinion, I would rather wait and see, because things haven't, you know, why there should be vaccinations. If there's vaccinations, let's vaccinate the teachers. Let's get them vaccinated, make them feel comfortable. We all have families that have the potential to bring this thing back to, and it doesn't seem like the public school system is really ready and set up to keep both their staff and students as safe as they need.
So research shows that COVID has disproportionately impacted black communities more. Has that affected your decision at all?
Yes and no. I mean, yes, because my son is a black boy who will inevitably deal with all of that stuff, but also because, like, I know that the money doesn't come to the city to, you know, for any kind of thing. So why would it come to the city specifically to keep our kids safe? And like, my son, among with a lot of other kids, live in multi-generational homes, and like, it's just sketchy to think about sending our kids back to potentially bring something back to my mom or those kids' grandparents.
Black man, if you could speculate, why do you think they're sending kids back to school buildings now?
I don't know, man. My first mind says follow the money. And I don't know what that does or what that looks like, but if you go somewhere up the line, somebody's got to be making money off of these kids going back, because it doesn't seem like it's 100% safe. And it just seems like why right now? Why can't we wait until everybody's vaccinated if that's what they choose to do? Or why don't we wait till the next summer? This year's let's just move on.
Hey, thank you for your time, black man. We appreciate it. Capitalism gets them every time. Well, that'll about do it for us. Monday, February 8th, here at Onsite Public Media's Good Morning Minneapolis. I'm Toussaint Morrison, and I've been your host. Thank you so much to the 40-something people that are already members of Onsite Public Media, supporting us monthly and helping us get BIPOC folks on both sides of the camera, and to the folks that are thinking about becoming members. You can check the link right below this video, and thank you so much for watching. We appreciate y'all, and we look forward to making more shows just like this. And we did start a new show called No Cap Recap, and you can check the link for that in the description below as well. So, have a good one, and our work is never done.